Considering how often video game marketing proudly touts more than 100 hours of gameplay content, it's understandable if certain would-be gamers assume they don't have time to pick up a controller. Think of all the shows and movies and books and general human interaction you could enjoy in 100 hours. Thankfully, short games are just as plentiful as massive ones, and no less compelling. The 5 titles on this list span all manner of tones and genres. There are games where you shoot and games where you fight, games that are spooky and games that are funny, mysteries and parodies and really good stories. And every one of them can be completed in the time it takes to watch a couple of movies or the entirety of a British television show. These are complete experiences and some of the best games in recent memory. And subscribe my channel. Press bell icon for get my videos notification first. List 5th game is Mortal Kombat X. Most fighting games offer arcade modes that pit players against computer-controlled opponents. It's something of a fun diversion, something to do when players don't feel like challenging others. NetherRealm Studios, the shop behind the Mortal Kombat games and the Injustice franchise of DC superhero brawlers, treats them much differently. Play through the story of Mortal Kombat X, and you'll be treated to a non-stop Michael Bay-style action film, full of incredible excess and ridiculous turns, punctuated by really fun bouts of fighting. Oh, and fatalities. Mortal Kombat still does those. You can complete this game's story in 5 hours. Available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, Android, iOS. 4th game is Oxenfree.
Cool. I know! Clarissa and Nona should see this, right? I mean, I know it's like weird with you guys.
Oxenfree is really damn good at conversations. If a game deigns to let you choose what your character says, it's usually a stilted, mechanical affair. A character will say a thing, and then you reply. Not the teens in Oxenfree. They interrupt and talk over one another, hold back from saying what's really on their minds, lobbing corny jokes and withering insults back and forth with an effortless ease. It makes them feel that much more real and worth spending time with, which is good, because their initial plan to run off and drink beer on the beach suddenly turns into a mind-bending supernatural mystery. You can complete this game's story in 4 hours. Available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC, Mac OS. 3rd game is Portal. A modern classic, Portal is the gold standard for tightly focused, well-designed, idiosyncratic video games. The premise is simple. You're Chell, a prisoner of Aperture Science Center, and you are given a portal gun by GLaDOS, a misanthropic artificial intelligence with a weird sense of humor. GLaDOS promises you cake if you take the gun and become a portal-jumping guinea pig, death if you do not. As you run the gauntlet, you must solve tremendously fun, mind-bending puzzles that bend physics to make you a superhero. A terribly smart, surprisingly funny, nigh-perfect game. You can complete this game's story in 3 hours. Available on PC, Mac OS, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Android. List's 2nd game is Virginia. There is very little for you to do in Virginia. There are no choices to make, and nothing really hidden for you to find as you play through its story. This is normally a bad thing in video games, but Virginia, an X-Files inspired mystery where you play as an FBI agent investigating a boy's disappearance, excels in the presentation, with bold editing and a wordless script. This is the rare video game that doesn't over-explain itself and trusts you to figure everything out in the end, leaning on the intimacy of its story rather than interactivity. It's a bold, worthwhile experiment. You can complete this game's story in 2 hours. Available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC, Mac OS. This top game is Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
You can bring up the target's location on your iDroid. Contact me if you need advice.
Stealth games, by definition, take a lot of time. The whole point of sneaking around is having people not see you, and in order to be stealthy, you have to have a lot of patience. This presents a problem for people who don't have a lot of time to spare. Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes is the solution. A self-contained prologue to the full-length epic Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain Ground Zeroes is tactical stealth in a nutshell, just one hostile camp with a prisoner you must rescue by whatever means you scrap together. Endlessly replayable and impeccably designed, Ground Zeroes is a bite-sized chunk of one of the best stealth games ever made. You can complete this game's story in 1 hour 30 minutes. Available on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, Xbox 360. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Follow me on Instagram. For watching my recent video, click the I button. See you in next video. Bye.